Ho ho ho, crafty friends! Today is Craftvent day 9 and I am feeling fine with my little beaded snowman. Alright, so you have a couple of options when building your snowman. You can use all 3 layers or you can use just 2. But you've got 3 different sizes of wood beads. And then this is the brim of his hat, and then his stove pipe top hat there. I'm just going to use 2 beads. I like the way it looks with 2, but I did give you 3 since lots of snowmen have 3. So first thing we're going to do is paint our beads. So we're just going to use our acrylic paint pen and cover them. So I've got a piece of cardboard here that I'm going to use to press that down and get the paint flowing. And we might get a little messy with this, but we're just going to paint up our snowman body parts however we'd like. Now the acrylic pens do dry pretty quickly on the wood, but the wood also absorbs a lot of the paint, so you might need to do a couple of coats. I would recommend painting one, then going to the other, setting it down, and then deciding how much you want it to be covered and whether or not you want to do the second coat. By the time you're done painting your second bead, your first one will probably be ready for a second coat anyways. Like I said, these dry pretty quickly, which is nice. It's one of the reasons I love the paint pens as opposed to actually painting it on with a paintbrush. But I'm still going to end up with paint on my fingers because that's half the fun. So here's one bead done. Oop, missed a little spot there. Set that aside, let it dry. Paint my next one. Alright, so I have my beads painted to my level of snow liking, and it's time to add some details. I'm gonna get my black pen here. Here's my face, so I'm just gonna add 2 little dots for eyes. And a dot for nose, and a couple little dots around for the mouth. And we're going to add a couple little buttons down his front side. There's a really rough side on this bead that I'm trying to avoid. So 1, 2, and 3. Even those up a little bit more. Ta-da! So there's our happy little Frosty. That was a little small. So set these aside, let that dry, and we're gonna start assembling. So, got a little paint on me, yay, crafting! All right, we've got our little embroidery needle again and our wonderful gold thread. So, gonna get that threaded here. And similar to how we did our button trees, we're going to build from the middle up. So you have a white button, that's your base. This is just to hold everything in place. So I'm going to actually go ahead and cheat it a little bit, and I'm going to go down and up diagonally. Oop. Because the rest of my pieces are pretty big, I think I should be fine if I can get the other piece threaded as well, doing them at the same time until I hit the stove type. You know what? I'm changing my mind on that because I'm going to have to take them apart there anyways. All right. So I'm going to just thread this one by hand because I think I can slide it through. He's got a big enough opening in this giant bead. Oh, maybe not. I thought I had it. And then it slipped on out on me. There we go. And then our head, make sure, oh no, his nose was still wet. All right, I'll have to go touch up his paint later. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just so anxious to see my little snowman come to life. And then up through our button. One there. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one by hand, but I'm going to try. If I can get it pinched just right, it might go through. It's a pretty good sized buttonhole. Oh, I see it there. It would be a lot easier if I just waited and rethreaded, but we did it nonetheless. And then through the top hat part. And he is secured. No, not centered. There we go. All right. All right, so time to tie his top off. I'm going to use this clear little tri-bead here on the top so it's not as noticeable. Put that right in the middle. And then just tie my two pieces together here to hold it all in place. Now I'm going to try to tie it as tight as I can. That way his bead pieces are more likely to stay in their spots. And then tie another knot. Ugh, I got a lot extra up here. Hold on. That was just too much to try to work with. Tie another knot up here so that he's ready to hang. Ta-da! All right, now you also have a little scarf that you can add. You might have to cut this in half depending on what size beads you ended up using, but we're gonna just put a little dab of tacky glue there to hold it all in place. Once again, should have had my tacky glue sitting upside down so it was ready to go. Little dab there, and then a little dab here. And that will just make sure in the future it doesn't fall apart. And quick little single-handed knot here. Not single-handed, single knot. Definitely double-handed. Pull it nice and tight. Ah, he looks so warm. Lost his face a little bit, but we can fix that. And squish him around. All right, I'm gonna quick fix up his details that I smushed all over the place because I couldn't wait any longer. And then our little frosty ornament will be all ready to hang on the tree. All right, look forward to seeing you tomorrow.